the Atlas bone or the C1 bone. By the end of this particular practical lesson, candidates, I want you to be able to identify the following features. 1. The transverse processes, the neural canal, the neural spine, the vertebroarterial canals, or the transverse foramina. Now, candidates, this is the Atlas bone, a bone that appears like a butterfly. Now, this one or these ones are the transverse processes. The transverse processes. Let me turn it so that you see the transverse processes. These transverse processes, they are very broad, as you can see. Very broad. Very broad. And then flat. The transverse process is very flat. And then they are wing-like. This is to provide a large surface area for the attachment of the neck muscles. You can see the large surface area. The large surface area for the attachment of the neck muscles. And then, secondly, we have the neural canal. This particular hole, that is the canal. You can see through it. You are able to see the pen through the neural canal. In fact, my finger, you can see the size of the spinal cord. So my finger will represent the spinal cord. So therefore, the neural canal is for the passage of the spinal cord. For the passage of the spinal cord. Don't worry about my hand and finger. Focus on the bone. Then, so therefore, the neural canal is very wide to facilitate the passage of the spinal cord. I hope you have seen it very well. And then thirdly, the articular facets. Now, these ones are the articular facets. Let me put the bone very well. These ones are the articular facets. I think the whole of that region. Hiyo inakaa kama mtaro hapo. That is the articular facet that articulates with the condyles of the skull, or the occipital condyles, or the protuberances. Then we also have other facets. So you can see the facets zingine ziko juu, and then the other facets ziko chini. So one of them is to articulate with the condyles of the skull, or the protuberances of the skull. And then the other ones articulates with the facets of the axis bone. So let me show you that particular articulation. This is the axis bone. This is the axis bone. And then these ones, let me put it that way. These ones are the facets that will articulate with the facets of the atlas. This one you are seeing here like a peg. That is the odontoid process, or the Deans. Are you getting it? So let me fix it here and see how it articulates. Then I should fix now the atlas. Now you can see that when I fix it very well, now I'm one-handed, then I bring about the brain, the skull that is. So the skull is going to articulate with the facets there. So let me show you the condyles. Now these are the condyles. You can see the way it runs. Those are the what? The condyles. Are you seeing it? This one. So it is the one that is going to articulate with this particular bone. I think that. Let me put it well. It will articulate with that, so that this dog can turn, move the head that way, and also move its head this other way. Are you getting that? So that is how that bone is connected. Then you have the second bone, which is now the axis. So you can see that the axis, it will articulate with this particular facet. Are you getting it? So therefore, the other thing that you need to see are the vertebroarterial canals. This is one of the vertebroarterial canal, or the transverse foramina. This is the second transverse foramen. Are you getting that? So these ones are the vertebroarterial canals. So candidates, this is the atlas bone. Atlas bone. You now can see the whole of Bridgeon, the neural spine, the transverse processes, and so on and so forth. Let us learn about the axis bone. The axis.